Hello. This is a 30-minute practice to enhance our focus. There are many different ways that we can do this. In today's practice, we'll be focusing on one particular hand gesture known as a mudra, our breath, and where we look. And where we look in yoga has a phrase, hello. Today's practice is all about focus. We're going to be looking at some different tools to really help us stay focused. The first of which is mudra, which is a hand gesture. When we express ourselves, we use our hands a lot. So when we're enthusiastic, we wave our hands around. For today, we're going to gather everything in very consciously and take a mudra called hakini. So we're pressing our thumbs, index, middle, ring finger, and pinky together. So we make a little tent in front of us. This is our first tool, if you like, to stay focused. You might see a lot of motivational speakers have their hands like this, or MPs. So just notice next time. So pressing your fingertips lightly together, allow your eyes to close. And just use the sensation of finger pads touching to draw you into the present moment. Start to elongate your spine and take a full breath in through the nose. Pause at the top of the breath and allow the exhale to come out. So the second tool that we use to focus is our breath. Can you simply feel the breath or the energy moving through your body? Notice where you feel the breath all the way down to the lower back as you inhale, rising up to the chest. Exhale, chest all the way down to lower back. Take 2 more rounds of breath. And as another tool for focus, notice which parts of you are on the earth, the hard edges of the feet, the hips. Keeping your eyes closed now, rest the hands on your thighs and ever so lightly tuck your chin. Open your eyes and fix your gaze on one thing in front of you. And from there, lift up your nose, follow your nose as you lift it up. Coming back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, tilt to the left. And as you tilt to the left, look at the crook of the right elbow. And let's just move like that, looking at the alternative crook of elbow. Inhale, we rise, left inner elbow. Inhale, we rise again, right inner elbow. Do that one more time on each side. And it's much harder when we're at home and we've got all those distractions around us. So really looking at one point. This time as we rise up, we'll take a twist. So gaze tall, inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, right hand comes to left knee and look over your left shoulder. And now turn your eyes as well to the left as much as you can. We have muscles in our eyes. One more deep breath, grow tall in the spine. And come back to center. Let's do the other side. Left hand across, right fingers behind you. Grow tall as you inhale. And then look over your right shoulder. And then out of the corner of your right eyes, can you turn your eyes? And when we look at computer screens, our eyes can get really starey. And come back to center. And then just recross your shins. And we'll take the inner gaze now. So we'll close our eyes and start to circle. So closing our eyes, it's much easier to be focused. It's sometimes a real challenge as we open them. So even though your eyes are closed, notice if they're still moving around. And let's change the direction of our circles. And let these circles get smaller and smaller till you come to your center. And as you get to your center again, open your eyes, but try not to look around rapidly. And breathe into your whole body. So let's make our way now onto all fours, still very much thinking about where we're looking. So spread your fingers wide, under shoulders, knees under hips. Come into cat and cow as you inhale, long spine. And as you lift up, look at the tip of the nose. As you exhale round into your upper back, look at between the thighs. Inhale, lengthen spine, perhaps gazing up to the third eye or the tip of the nose. Exhale to round. One more time. So if you're still waking your body up, this might be the pattern that you begin with, or we come into downward facing dog. And as we come into downward facing dog, look between your toes. Inhale, forward into a push-up, a plank. Look to the tip of the nose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between the feet. Inhale, lengthen forward, plank pose. Look at the tip of your nose. And exhale, come back, downward facing dog. And take your toes together now. We're going to start to move quite rapidly now, just to start waking up. As you breathe in, take your right leg up. Look at your left toes. As you exhale, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lift your gaze now to look at your third eye. Exhale, take that right leg all the way back. And this time we're taking it between the hands. Still look up at the tip of the nose. One more time on each side. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, outside of right hand. Inhale, right leg rises. This time in between the hands. Drop your left knee now and sweep the arms up as you gaze up to your thumbs. Deep bend in the left thigh, deep, deep breath, gazing up. And now take those hands down. And as you press your left hand, gaze to your right thumb as you unravel into a twist. You might keep the left knee down or lift the left knee up. Take a deep breath. Exhale, follow that hand all the way down to the ground. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Look between your toes now and take a full breath. Inhale, forward to a plank pose. Look at the tip of your nose. Lower down to the earth. And press into your hands and toenails now as you breathe into a cobra, looking up to your third eye. Exhale, you come back down again. Do that 2 more times, keeping that gaze very steady. So everything our eyes focus on affects this. And when we're all over the place with our eyes, we tend to be with our thoughts and energy. Let's come back to downward facing dog and place your gaze between the toes. So we're doing those kind of rapid lunges now. Inhale, left leg rises. Look at the right foot. Exhale, left foot to outside. Lift your gaze to the nose. Exhale, leg comes back. Sorry, inhale. Exhale, left foot comes forward. One more time on each in and out of the foot, hand. This time the left foot comes in and we stay, we drop the right knee and we rise up again, lift those hands, gaze to the thumbs, deep, deep breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. Look at your left thumb now and we unravel the arm for a twist. And as the left arm rises, we might lift the right knee and breathe as we look up. Drop that hand down, downward facing dog. Once again, look between the toes and come forward to a push-up. Gaze to the nose, lower to the earth. One back bend this time, breathing in. You might lift up your thighs for up dog. Look to your third eye. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take a moment to land here, breathing in. And breathing out. And stay looking at your feet. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, when you're empty of breath, bend the knees, look towards your hands and do a little hop. Inhale, take a flat back, look at the tip of your nose. Exhale, fold, look at your toes. And now with a little bend in the knees, inhale, sweep those arms up and over. Look to your thumbs. Exhale, hands to prayer. Let's take a kini mudra again, tenting the fingertips, allowing them to touch. Close your eyes and just repeat to yourself, I am here. So one round of Surya Namaskara, just to focus on Dristi. So I'm assuming that you know it. I'm just going to call out where you look. Inhale, arms up, thumbs. Exhale, fold, toes. Inhale, lift, nose. Downward dog, toes or navel center. Inhale forward to plank, tip of nose, lower to the earth. Breathing in, rise up to look at third eye. Exhale, fold. Soft bend in the knees, press back to dog. Look to the toes. And keeping your gaze steady now, focus on deepening your breath. Notice everything in the periphery. Focus on that one point. And at the end of breath again, let's step or hop between the hands. Inhale, long spine, tip of nose. Exhale, fold, toes. Inhale, rise up as you look to the thumbs. Exhale, hand to heart. Another tool for focus is balance, and that's what we're going to explore now. Press down into the right foot as you lift up the left knee. Inhale, find your balance. Keep the hands pressed together as you come into warrior three. Kick back into that left heel. Inhale, back to that knee lift. Exhale, warrior three. Nice and steady. Fix your gaze on a point on the floor. Inhale, we rise to the knee lift. Final time, warrior three. Press your hands together and lengthen the spine and look at one thing in front of you. Hopefully not a cat that might be moving. Let's drop onto that left toes now. Sweep the arms up once again. We gaze to the thumbs as we sink deep. Take a full breath in. As we exhale, take your left hand forward. Look at the left thumb and then take the right arm wide behind you. Circle the right arm again. Look up to the thumbs, high lunge. Exhale, open into that open arm twist. Look forward. Final time, breathe in, circle the arm, look up. And now open the arms. And now let's look at the right thumb. And there's a quote, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. Reach back and take a full breath in. And sweep that right arm up again to the lunge. Let's come through our flow. Back to downward facing dog, looking at your toes. Breathe in, you come forward to a plank pose. Lower down. Breathing in, look to the tip of the nose or the third eye. Exhale, downward facing dog. And fix your gaze on that one point between the toes as you deepen the breath. And one more full breath with that steady focus. And again, look towards the hands as you step or hop. Inhale, long back. Exhale to fold, look at the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Exhale, hands to heart. And taking the hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer, just look at your fingers. Big breath there. Let's come on to the other side. Inhale, left knee rises. Sorry, right knee rises. I'm very focused. Exhale, right leg comes back. So we're standing on the left leg, apologies. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, right knee rises. Let's linger in warrior three now. So kicking back into that right heel, fix your gaze and breathe into the whole body. One more breath. Drop that foot. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Look up to your thumbs. Take a deep breath. And now right hand comes forward, left arm back as we open our arms and fix our gaze on the right thumb. Inhale, left arm sweeps up, look to thumbs. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Pull your tummy in. Inhale, left arm rises, look to thumbs. This time we stay and maybe we look to the back thumb. What would you like to see differently today? Just take a moment there to contemplate as you deeply, deeply breathe. Inhale, we rise. Hands come down, stepping back to downward facing dog, possibly a vinyasa, looking at those points. Remembering also the anchor of the breath as a tool to focus. And back in downward facing dog again, we gaze between the toes and we take a full breath. Lift up onto heels now, gaze forward. Step or hop the feet forward. Breathing into a flat back. Exhale, we fold. Soft bend in the knees, breathing in as we take the arms up and overhead. And bring the hands back to prayer. Pause as you press your fingertips together. So second round of balancing. A little bit more hip strength this time. Let's sink down into chair pose. Sink the hips back, press your fingers together. See if you can lift up your left heel. And then for a count of 4, we're going to come back to a knee lift. So inhale, lift up the toes. 2, 3, 4. Back to warrior 3. Extend that left leg back. Let's come forward again to a knee lift. And lower into chair pose. A little bit stronger. Do that one more time. Lift up the left heel, left toes. Sweep it up to a knee lift. Extend it back, warrior 3. Much harder to balance, so keep that gaze steady. Inhale to the knee lift. Let's come back to chair. And pause in chair now. As you press your fingertips together, we're going to add a little twist. Take that right elbow to the outside edge of the left thigh. And look over your left shoulder this time as you find the breath. So this is tricky. Expect to wobble. Lift up your right heel. And just maybe, not as I just didn't, you step back into a twisted lunge. Press the right hand into the left. Look over your left shoulder. Take a full breath. Come all the way back to high lunge. Gaze towards the sky. Look at your thumbs. Take the hands to the heart. Let's step the back foot in to meet the front foot. So that was hard. Take one hand to heart this time, one hand to tummy. Notice the breath. All those things that might have pulled you out of focus. And come back to the breath. Feel your feet on the earth. So let's do all of that on side 2. So this is really strengthening for our hips, but really tricky. And again, that can cause us to lose our focus when we're challenged. So let's come into chair pose. This time we're lifting up the right heel, then the right toes. And slowly we come up to a knee lift. Exhale, we come back into warrior 3. Inhale, we rise to the knee lift. Slowly we come back into chair. One more of those. Inhale, heel, toes, knee. Warrior 3. Coming all the way back into the knee lift. Sinking down into chair and stay there as you press those fingers together. Feel your feet on the earth. This time we take the left elbow across, looking over that right shoulder. Lengthen the left waist with your breath. So we're going to lift up the left heel, really pull your tummy in. See if you can step back. I've done it again, I've fallen out into a twist. And breathe. So we lose our balance, we find it again. Can you regain your focus and composure if that was a challenge? Because that's all we're trying to do today. One more breath. Gaze forward, take the lunge, arms rise up, look to the thumbs. Step the back foot in to meet the front foot. Take a moment to land. Our prayer hands, a symbol of gratitude for our bodies. Let's come through to the earth now. Inhale, gaze up to the thumbs as the arms raise. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, long spine. Step back, the downward facing dog. Look between your toes. So you can either stay here for 3 full deep breaths or come through a final vinyasa. Come forward to your plank, lower to the earth. Inhale, rise up, look to the third eye. Exhale, downward facing dog. Fix your gaze between the feet. And we're going to lift up the heels now and hop to a seated position. Crisscross the shins and sit back. And pause here in this seated position with your legs crossed. Keep the eyes open, but look at the tip of your nose. Breathing in. Breathe out, ground into the hips. So coming into some core now, we're going to take our toes down initially. Hold on to the backs of the knees and lift your heart. As you inhale, you're going to lift up the feet. You might keep your hands here or take them to the ground or lift them up. Gaze at your toes now. Maybe you straighten the legs. 3 full deep breaths looking at your big toes. And slowly, slowly take the toes down. Give yourself a little hug and tuck the chin as you look at your heart. And then taking the feet flat now, we're going to lower to the earth as slowly as we can. So still a little bit of core. Looking at your thumbs, pull your tummy in. Slowly, slowly. And we always start off with good intention. And then it's, so see how slowly you can roll down to the ground. Take the hands either side of your hips, bend the knees and press your feet into the floor. Ever so lightly tuck the chin. And then roll up into a back bend, breathing in, lift the hips, lower back, mid back, upper back. Gaze at your heart now as you take a little swallow, and you might interlace the palms beneath you. Breathing in, breathing out. And on the out breath, just repeat, I am here. You choose now about another 3 breaths if you can. Come out earlier if you can't. Slowly, slowly, slowly come back down. Bring the knees in towards your chest and just a gentle rock from side to side. So just a very brief forward fold for balance. Let's roll ourselves up. Take the heels and toes together now as we come into a diamond shape. As you hold onto your ankles, breathe in, lift your heart, look to your third eye. As you exhale, tuck the chin and round, look to the heart. Inhale, lift, third eye. Exhale, pull tummy in, look at heart. 2 more. And now we're just going to lengthen the spine as we bring our crown of our head towards the feet. Doesn't matter how close we get. Now do just close the eyes and drop into this quiet space. 3 more breaths. Let go of something on each breath out. And very slowly start to lift up. Roll the shoulders back, bring those knees together. Extend your left leg away from you now and keep flexing the foot and lift your right foot up to the outside edge of the left knee and press the whole right foot there. It's really grounding you. You're going to hug that right leg in with the right arm. And then as you breathe in, lift your right arm up and look at your right thumb. And so slowly keep looking at your right thumbnail as you slowly take that hand behind you and root your fingertips down to the earth and grow tall from there as you inhale. And then exhale, look over that right shoulder. And again, maybe look out of the corner of the right eye. And stretching those eye muscles. 2 deep breaths, allowing the breath to fill you up. Notice if you're tensing around the left shoulder, can you soften? 1 more breath. And then look forward and then just look down at your left hip as you tuck the chin. Breathe all the way down to the right waist. We're just derotating the spine. And slowly come up. Lengthen that right leg, give it a little shake. Flex your right foot so that leg is active. And then we lift up the left foot and take it over. Hook the left knee in towards you with the left arm. Inhale, left arm lifts. Look at the thumb. And then really slowly keep your gaze there as you take the fingers behind you. And root those fingertips down now as you rise up. Look over your left shoulder and then the corner of the eyes to the left. Now focus on breath again. Where do you feel it? Now focus on tension. Where are you holding it? And come back to center. Let's just look down at that right hip. Breathe all the way down to the lower left back. And slowly come up. And now really what helps us refocus sometimes is rest. When we're being really pulled, rest can help us reset and refocus. So let's come down to the earth in a way that's really comfortable for you. Think about where you mindfully place your hands. They might be on your tummy. They might be palms up beside you. Tuck the chin ever so lightly and drop into stillness now. Focusing on the breath coming in. Surrendering on the breath out. And I'm going to finish with a very short reading from the Radiant Sutras, written several centuries ago. And this is, I guess, a description of what yoga isn't. I am not a collection of incantations known only to experts. I am not a ladder to be climbed, a sequence for piercing energy centers in the body. I am not to be found at the end of a long road. I am here. So allowing the eyes to close now, but keep your gaze on that space between the eyebrows, known as our third eye. And fixing your gaze and awareness here now, as you breathe out, repeat, I am here. And just stay here for a minute or so, just focusing on the breath coming in. And as you breathe out, be here now. And just focus now on this next breath. Make it bigger, longer, deeper, more spacious. Feel the weight of your body anchoring you to the earth. And in a way that serves you, take tiny movements back. Spread fingers, spread toes. And very slowly, let's make our way back up to a seat. I'm so grateful that you practiced with me today. Let's just come upright. We're going to finish with that same mudra that we started with. As we inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Let the fingertips touch. Don't look. Trust that they'll meet. Now gaze up to the fingers and draw that mudra towards you. Press your fingertips lightly together. Inhale. Exhale, really fully being here now. And now the hands come together in prayer pose, this gesture of gratitude, of reverence. Namaste.